Are you at Lambeau Field literally right now, or no?
No, I'm not. I'm about to get out of Dodge here in St. Louis and get to Lambeau Field. So we just got off our conference call with the Eagles,
Okay.
and I jumped off actually the Carson Wentz portion of our conference call because these times keep shifting as teams, try to work in on this short week, their meetings, their practices, their flight, and so we've got kind of that's the one downside to this. There's a lot less face-to-face. It's a lot more over the phone. But
Right.
at least in the case of these two teams, as opposed to last week, we see the Eagles a ton. We know, obviously, Aaron and the Packers a ton. So we'll get as much info on the phone as we would being in person. But when it's Gardner Minshew and guys like that, it's just a little tougher because they don't know us.
So what did you glean from the Philly phone call? Do we have Deshaun Jackson, you think, tomorrow night, or Alshon Jeffrey? What did you glean from all of this, Joseph?
I think they're confident that Alshon's going to play, not so much for Deshaun Jackson. They're not worried about how much Carson Wentz has been hit. To this point, Carson at the beginning of the call said that he feels good despite all that in a short week going in physically. And I just sensed from talking to Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz that they're not thinking the sky is falling at 1-2, even though they have to go on the road and play the Packers. I think they legitimately believe they're 2 plays away from being 3-0, and I'm sure a lot of teams can say that, but that's kind of the way the first 3 weeks have gone for them, and I think they'll go. I actually think they'll go in and play really well in Green Bay against a really good defense. I can't tell you how many Packer games I've done, but whether it's been Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers, you always go in thinking offense, and you go into this one thinking about a team that's leading in takeaways and has pressure from the outside and racking up sacks. It's just a different feel.
Well, and then the subject about Green Bay, have you conference called with them yet, or are you going to see them?
No, that's coming. That's top of the hour. We'll have Mr. LaFleur, and then I believe 3 o'clock we've got A-Rog and Mike Petty.
Well, the whole business is, the offense, Joe. I mean, that's all we hear about is the offense and the installation of the offense, and then the freedom that Rodgers has in the offense, and what percentage of the offense have we seen work, and the percentage of offense that we need to see work, and all of that good stuff. And Rodgers has flat out said the offense needs to step it up, Joe. So I assume that's going to be part of the conversation you have with Troy and those guys for Thursday night.
Yeah, no, I think for good reason. I mean, he's been one of the most dynamic players in the game, and when you have a new head coach and a young guy that comes in with a new system, and then they're putting that in, it becomes, especially with a veteran quarterback like Aaron, who's got, he's as smart as you know him as well as I do. He's as smart a guy as you'll find in really in any walk of life, not just in professional sports, but he's an opinionated guy. He likes things his way, and now you've got, it's only human nature to see how that whole tug of war and that relationship develops in the public eye. And so I'm excited to talk to Aaron and Matt about how that's all gone to this point. But I think he's right. The offense has looked good for short snippets of time, but he's not used to being middle of the pack in quarterback rating. He's not used to being middle of the pack in offensive numbers. He's not running like he was before. Just read a quote where he said, I'm trying to make first downs and touchdowns, throwing it, not running with it. And so it's a different looking Packer offense, and the best news for them is they're 3-0. They've kind of ridden their defense in that fast start against the Vikings, and then we'll see where the offense goes from here. But that's why it's an interesting game to me on Thursday night, and a tough one to pick. If you were inclined to do so.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.